Get ready with me while I tell you spooky things that happened with me. So usually in like completely empty buildings or empty like when you nobody has ever stayed at a place or a place that has been empty for a very long time, there are paranormal stuff happening there. So you have to do some like prayers or like read Quran in that house and all that stuff. So a lot of people call milad. So we didn't do milad in that house yet because we just shifted and the furnitures were still like going in that house and stuff like that. This is a fast forward to like a few weeks later, or like a few days or a few weeks later. I was pretty young, so I was actually staying with my parents one night while we were sleeping, and we had mosquito net around our like on our bed, like around our bed. Like we had so much mosquitoes in that house, so we used a mosquito net. And for some reason that night was super dark. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but it felt like that was the darkest night I've ever experienced or saw back in that day. So the lights were obviously turned off, and there were the window was open. I mean, the curtain was open a little bit, and you can see light from the outside, but the light did not get inside the room. Like, this is also important. So on the bed, how we were sleeping, I was on the very end of like the headboard. Like, I was sleeping next to the headboard, and behind the headboard was the window, and beside me was my mom, and then my dad. So my dad was like very end of the bed. I woke up at the middle of the night. I was actually facing the headboard, and then I turned to my mom. When I turned, in that dark room, I could see something standing beside my dad. I told you, right? There was a mosquito net on our bed. So whatever that thing was, it was very tall, slender. It did not have any facial features or anything at all. Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps. It just had like a human figure, like a head and shoulder, and that's it. Like a head and a shoulder. Oh my god, I don't think I can sleep tonight. It was just standing beside where my dad was sleeping, outside the mortuary, as we call it, or the mosquito net, and he was leaning like this. I don't know how I saw the whole thing. I told you, right? The room was super dark. Let me do this, and then I'll come back. So yeah, as I was saying, there was no light, or it had no color. It was like a void. It was super dark. Even in the dark room, the shadow, or like whatever that thing was, astaghfirullah, whatever that thing was, it was like it was a mix between like a shadow and a solid object. It was black, but then also like a void. So yeah, that's what I saw. But in that moment, when I looked at it, I didn't, like, my head was not processing anything. And since I was pretty young, I was like, maybe it's like an outside shadow or whatever, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. In the morning, and I told my dad about it. He was like, oh, it's nothing. Probably saw like some sort of shadow that was coming from the outside. But mind you, we were living on the 5th floor. I don't think anything can be seen from down there to here and project a shadow like that. A few days later, after that incident. So I told you like we were gonna do the milad and everything. So the hujra guy, or the guy who comes and like blesses your house and stuff, he came over, and so my dad was talking to him, and then I was like passing by, and for whatever reason I heard them talking. So what I heard was my dad was telling the hujra guy he saw the same thing. My dad saw the same thing the same night, but did not tell me about it because I was gonna get scared. Huh. I was not a silly, crazy little girl. That thing did happen. And it was not a good thing, whatever the thing was. So yeah, that was a story time of some spooky stuff that I saw or experienced. And there's more, actually. There's more. I've seen stuff when I was younger. Some things happened to my aunt, saw some things. Also, the maid girl, she saw something too. So if you guys are interested to know more, let me know. And read Ayatul Kursi before you go to bed, so nothing can harm you ever. Bye bye.